Hello guys, Blackbolt here with another video about Hypixel Skyblock. For those of you that don't know what it is, you should probably go look at someone else's guide because it's way too complicated for me to go over in one video, and I'm going to be skipping over the basics, so you should go do that. But anyways, back to the main topic. Recently there has been a trend started by Omicron Gaming where you only stay on the island and you can't go to any other islands on Skyblock. This made me think, what can you do while you're only on the island? So I decided to make a video about it where I'm going to go over whatever you can do on the island. I will be talking about version 0.7.10. I am not perfect and I'm probably going to miss a lot of stuff, or at least some things, so please tell me in the comments if you realize that I missed something or messed something up. Thanks. Okay, let's talk about the rules. What rules do you have to follow for this challenge? There's 3 rules that I've come up with. Number 1, obviously there is no leaving the island at all, you have to stay on the starting island. Number 2, no outside interactions, like you can't use the auction house, you can't use gifts, you can't have people visit your island, all sorts of things like that. You can't have that happen. The entire idea is you have to stay at the island and nothing else from outside the island can interact with you. 3, it has to be a new island, so you can't have already gotten tons of good stuff and then say, I'm gonna start doing this challenge now. It has to be from the very beginning. So the 4 categories or topics I'm going to be covering are number 1, minions or the minion tiers. Number 2, the collections that you can get. Number 3, the trades you can unlock and use. Number 4, what the ultimate gamer would be. Before we start, you guys need to join my Discord server, link in the description, because 6 people are subscribed to me right now, but only 2 people are in the Discord server, and you need to go there right now, because if you are subscribed to me before I get 10 subscribers, if you show me and you have proof, I'm going to give you the first 10 subs rule, which will basically let me know who the first 10 people that subscribe to me are. So if you want to prove that you're OG, you need to go do that now. And if you join, you'll get sneak peeks into the videos. Let me show you the sneak peek I showed to everyone for this video. And with that out of the way, let's continue with the video. To start, there are 52 different types of minions. Of those, we can only craft 18. In other words, only 35% of minions can be crafted, those being cobblestone, clay, coal, redstone, wheat, flour, fishing, zombie, skeleton, creeper, spider, cave spider, enderman, cow, pig, chicken, sheep, and finally oak. That was a mouthful. So, now that we know what you can get, how do you get those minions? Cobblestone is simple and probably the simplest of all of them. It's already on your island, so you don't have to do anything, so it will automatically level up all the way to level 11 if you just keep on leveling it up with the resources it gathers for you. You can get clay from fishing by getting a water bucket from the chest on the starter island. Let me show you a screenshot of those. This might be a surprise to some of you, but you can actually get coal from your island. You might be asking, how do you do that? Well, actually, on a part of your island, I'll show you guys the screenshot, there is 1 coal ore that you can actually get, which you can then turn into an auto smelter. The auto smelter will basically, if you guys know this, it will automatically cook whatever items a minion creates, like it's commonly used for iron or gold minions. They will be used and you will automatically, instead of getting gold ore or iron ore, you get the ingots. But when the auto smelter isn't a wood minion, you get coal, so that's how you would be able to get a coal minion. The way that you would get a redstone minion is from killing witches, because they can sometimes drop redstone. And the rest of the passive or hostile mob minions, you can get all their drops and create all the minions from making a spawn platform where they can all spawn in either the dark, or for all the passive mobs it has to be on grass. But the enderman is a little special. Let me explain. For the enderman, to get from level 1 to level 6, you're fine. You only have to get ender pearls to level them up, and then a wooden sword at the very beginning, of course. But once you get to level 7 and beyond that, it requires enchanted eyes of ender, which need blaze powder to craft. We can't get blaze powder because we can't go to the nether, so you can only get to level 6 for the enderman. That's the only minion that I'm aware of that you get blocked at a certain point. But next is the flower minion, which you can actually get by bone mealing grass using bones from a skeleton minion or any skeletons that spawned on your spawn platform, and then you can actually get dandelions and poppies, and I have proof, look at the screenshot, and with that you can create the flower minion. The next minion is the fish minion, which just needs fish and you can get that. It's going to take a while, but you can definitely get it. That is all the minions that I'm pretty sure you can get. Some of you may think there's others, and here's the ones that I think you might think might be able to get, but you actually can't. Starting off with the ice minion, because you need to get silk touch, which you can't because it's impossible to get diamonds or obsidian for an enchantment table. And the only other way of getting it would to be getting a Silk Touch book, which you can have a special recipe for it, which is 3 paper and 1 enchanted string. The problem with that is you can't get paper, so that makes it impossible, and even if you did somehow get Silk Touch, you don't get collection from it, so it's impossible to make the minion. You can't get Slayer minions because you would actually have to go get the Slayers and kill them, which is impossible to do from your island because you can't start the quests. And speaking of mobs, you can't get the iron/carrot or potato minions because zombies don't drop those things on Hypixel because they have custom drops. Slime minions I think are impossible because I'm pretty sure it's impossible for them to spawn on the spawn island. I may be wrong, and I wanted to go double check. I couldn't find anything on the internet, so I went and asked 30virus, who has 200,000 subscribers and who was streaming at the time, and I asked him if he knew that they were spawning on the island, and I specifically asked him because he is also doing this challenge. And let me roll the clip.
For the Hypixel Starter Island Challenge, do slime spawn naturally? That's a good question. I don't think you can really prevent slimes from spawning if there's a slime chunk. I could be very wrong about that, but maybe there's a slime chunk on our island somewhere. We could take advantage of that. We'll see.
So yeah, it seems like he doesn't know either, so as of right now, I'm just gonna say it's impossible. If you guys know how to do it, of course, tell me in the comments, Discord, whatever. I'd like to know. And the last minion I'm gonna bring up is the rabbit minion. I'm pretty sure it doesn't spawn on the spawn island. I tried testing it, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find anything else online. Tell me if you guys have any ideas, if you know if it happens. But I did find 2 other possible ways I found, but they both have problems. The first of those ideas being using a farmer's rod, which reels up farm animals, but from my testing, I didn't get any rabbits. It could have just been me, but I didn't use it that much. But I'm pretty sure you cannot get the rabbits from the farming rod because they're not farm animals because they don't spawn at the barn. They spawn at the mushroom desert, so they probably don't come from the farmer's rod. The second idea is using carrot bait, but because it requires carrots, it's impossible, so I don't believe there's any way to get the rabbit minion. Next is collections. Right off the bat, I want to let you know, there is a ton of collections from a total of 5 groups, which are farming, mining, combat, foraging, and fishing, coming out to a total of 59 different categories, which on average usually had somewhere around 9 items or things that you could unlock, which I had to go into each and every single one of those and see, can I get these items? What items do they give me? Is it interesting or anything? I don't know. And since there are so many, I'm only going to mention the ones that you can get and the ones that are interesting as to why you can't. I'll put all the cool items, or at least some of the cool items, in the highlight parts in the Ultimate Gamer, because that's really just showing like all the cool items that you can get, and something that you're gonna have to grind like crazy for. But make sure to stick around to the end of the video so you can actually see what you get if you're the perfect gamer. Starting with farming, wheat will be our very first collection, which you can collect because you have seeds from the starting island, and you just mine those seeds. You get more seeds and wheat, so therefore you get seeds and wheat collection pretty easily. Carrots and potatoes are next. Like I said before, you cannot get them. Hypixel has special loot drops, so it can't happen. Chicken, feathers, leather, pork chop, and mutton can all be harvested on a spawn platform, as long as it's covered in grass, of course. And then you can kill enough of the mobs until you have enough resources to create their respective minions. But again, the rabbit is the only one left out, because I'm pretty sure it's impossible. Starting the mining collection, you can get cobblestone, coal, and redstone. Yeah, there's not a lot of things in this category. Only 19% of the category can be completed. But on the bright side, I have heard that the admins may potentially be working on a Skyblock minigame kind of idea, where they make it so you can't leave the island, so pretty much this idea, but they would hopefully, I don't know if this is just rumors, but they might add more features so that you could actually collect more items. And if they do that, they're going to have to be very creative for filling the mining collection, because right now, it's not looking too good. For combat, you can get all of your normal mob drops like your rotten flesh, bones, gunpowder, string, spider eyes, and ender pearls. But you cannot get any nether mob drops, I'm pretty sure, but I'm still unsure about slime balls. Again, let me know if you know anything about it. And while I was researching for this video, I noticed something that was very interesting. Zombies will drop poisonous potatoes, but they don't drop normal potatoes, which is kind of weird. I assume it's probably just for the vaccine talisman, but like, why not let them drop potatoes? Like, why not? Then you could hot potato all your armor and stuff if you just stay from the island. Like, that'd be pretty cool though. So hopefully they do it if they do that other game mode. Thankfully in fishing you can get every single collection, because if you use any old rod, any really powerful rod, any bad rod, whatever it is, you can still get each one of the collections maxed, which takes us to our final collection, foraging, which you can get not 3, not 4, but 1 collection, which is oak, the only tree that spawns on your island. So yeah, that category is not doing very well either. In Hypixel Skyblock, you can trade items for other items in the Nether Star menu, but they're usually very unneeded and they're extremely underused, and they really never get used because they're not important. But I'm still going to go over each trade so you guys know what you can get when you do this challenge, and to give you a refresher on all these trades because I doubt you all know them. It starts with a portal hub trade. To get the hub portal, it will cost you 100 coins, so this one's pretty easy, you can do it right away. Next is the coal trade. It will cost you only 1 log to get 2 coal. I didn't know this was a thing before, so I guess it is a lot easier to get the coal minion, but there's other cool ways to do it, so I'd probably do the cooler way, but there's another way if you want to do it easier. The third trade is 4 dirt for 4 grass, which is totally doable because you have tons of dirt when you start, and this will make you making the grass spawn platform way easier, and that will help a lot about getting other mobs. So thankfully this is a thing, you don't have to wait for all the grass to spread. You may now think that you'll run out of dirt pretty fast because you have to grow crops, you also have to spawn mobs, and you probably won't have enough dirt. But thankfully, there's a trade that you can trade 8 seeds for 2 dirt, so you now have infinite grass/dirt because you can just infinitely harvest seeds. And if you don't want to fish anymore, then you can use the 12 seeds for 1 clay ball trade, so you can make yourself a clay minion to do it for you. You can also trade an oak sapling for an oak leaf block, but I don't really think that will help you at all, but maybe you want it, I don't know. But let's move on. The next 5 trades are just the previous trade, the sapling for the leaf block, but with different types of trees. And since we don't get any other trees, like I said before, it doesn't really do anything for you, so all of those are impossible, including the 5 jungle leaves for 1 vine trade, because you can't get the leaves. The next trade is quite bad, because you get an entire stack of bones, and then you get just one, enchanted bone meal. I mean, if you really want to use it, it could help you grow your crops, but it'd be way more worth it if you turned that 1 stack of bones into 3 stacks of bone meal, because the enchanted bone meal will fully grow 1 crop to its final stage, which would probably take like 2 bone meal. So there's no reason to do it. And you can buy enchanted bone meal from the farmer merchant for only 2 coins. Of course you can't do that in this challenge, but in normal Skyblock, it only takes 2 coins to get 1. And the last time I checked, a single bone costs you 8 coins. So I have no clue why you'd ever use this trade. The next 4 trades are from the seeds collection, and each one will cost you 8 dirt each. The first one will give you grass, the second one a fern, the third one a dead bush, and the fourth one a tall grass. The next trade we can get is from Clownfish 2, and it will cost you 12 coins, and you'll get a water bucket. This is going to be very helpful. The last trade that we can actually get is going to be a wet sponge to a sponge, which isn't that helpful, but it's faster than smelting a wet sponge, so I guess it's worth it. The next and final 6 trades are impossible for us to get, starting with a lava bucket trade. It will cost us 20 coins, so that sounds like 100% possible. Why can't we get it? Because the magma cream collection is required, which we can't get, so we can't get this trade sadly. Then we have the sand to red sand trade, which we cannot get sand or sand collection, so it's impossible. This is the same reason why we cannot get the sand and fermented spider eye to soul sand trade, so both of those are impossible. The next trade requires dirt and then a red or brown mushroom to create mycelium, but we cannot get mushrooms, so this is going to be a big no. The next trade is netherrack to nether brick, which is again impossible because we can't get netherrack or netherrack collection. The final trade is an enchanted Eye of Ender to create 2 teleport pads. Why can't we do this? We can complete the Ender Pearl collection. The problem, like I stated earlier, is we need blaze powder to create enchanted Eyes of Ender, so that deems this impossible. Like I said earlier, I'm not going to be going over every single thing that you can get because that would just not really be important and you guys probably wouldn't be very interested in that and it just takes way too long. So I'm just going to go over a few cool major things, and I might miss a few of the things, but this just gives you an idea of where you would be. The ultimate gamer would have the large agronomy sack, the large husbandry sack, the large mining sack, the large combat sack, the large fishing sack, and the greater sack of sacks upgrade. Or in other words, this upgrade allows you to hold more sacks, so you can have more things in your sacks. You would also have the humongous accessory bag, the giant quiver, and the massive fishing bag. You would have the feather artifact, tons of greater backpacks, a pigman sword. You would even have Super Compactor 3000s in all of your minions. You would have the Super Compactor 6000. You would have the zombie sword, as well as the hurricane bow, and even the Renan's bow. You'd have a grappling hook, the Rod of Legends, and some of the biggest things are, you'd have level 50 combat, level 50 farming, level 50 foraging, level 50 mining, and level 50 fishing. You would have 14 minion slots or 193 unique crafts, only 7 away from 15 slots. Really, just let that sink in. It is insane how much grinding you would do to have to get this. And if anyone ever does, you are crazy and you should probably be doing something else with your time instead of just playing a block game. But anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. It was very new for me, so sorry it's not as long as most of my videos. But if you want a part 2, I could do one about pets and all the other things I probably missed in this video. This took a super long time, so if you could, please go subscribe, like, turn on the notifications. That would mean a lot to me, and make sure you join my Discord server. But anyways, go have a great day.